Soldier of Christ, reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get started. So, today I'm going to talk about what at least I believe to be the hardest sin to overcome. So, if you turn to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18 and 19, it speaks, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him no warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." A lot of people, they struggle with different sins. Sins that everyone talks about it, whether it be lust, whether it be greed, whether it be anger, all of that, or pride even. And that's very commonly spoken about, like, as people praying that, "Oh, please forgive me of my sin, please forgive me of this sin." But no one really, at least from my experience, I don't really hear many people say that they pray about talking to other people about Jesus, when that's probably one of the most difficult things to do. Today's society, I think I've said this in a previous video, but it's also just it's very taboo and just strange to be a Christian. And not a whole lot of people even talk like people anymore, if that makes sense. We're kind of all, or a lot of people are kind of NPC, non-playable character like. And I would say that a lot of this is part of social media, which is kind of catch-22 what I'm doing. But a lot of our problems are stemmed from social media and not us knowing how to interact anymore. Let's say you're speaking to a stranger and they come up to you and they say something like, "How's it going?" And, you tell them how it's going and you ask them how they're doing. But it doesn't go much far beyond that. The next thing that people, like 90% of the time, like to speak about is like, "Oh, how about this weather?" And the weather is one of the most, like, safest things to talk about, and that's why it's spoken about so often. No one wants to talk about Jesus. No one wants to talk about God. So many people are just wanting to talk about safe things because people don't want any conflict. And it's understandable to be conflict avoidant, but a lot of times we have to speak about this if we want others to be saved. And if we don't speak about Jesus to other people, then their blood will be on our hands, and it's up to us to work on this. And it's very difficult, but being able to do this will be able to save much more people. And we've all been given the opportunity to know Jesus, so shouldn't others be able to have the opportunity to know Jesus? It's a bit of a rant here, but it's just very important to understand that everyone needs Jesus, and without them, then we'll all burn in hell for eternity. So being able to speak about Jesus to others, as uncomfortable as we might be, out of being mocked or being just scared to show us a little bit about ourselves and who Jesus is, then we can bring a lot of people to Jesus, and will help ensure that Jesus didn't die for nothing. So I hope that this video is helpful to you. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing or leaving a like or dislike. And with that in mind, that's all I have. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Soldier of Christ.